just creators, be very, very careful. Only use the studio music. And
I was like, just
Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is Smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smiley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man, she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock, it takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome in. Saturday, happy Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Hi, beautiful Millie. Hey, Dawn Emery, D. White, Ann Reynolds. Hi, beautiful. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that flood and everything is not getting to you. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome in. Hey, beautiful Karen. Hello. Panda Bear's mom. Prayers for Devlin Tate. I hope Oh, I pray for him all the time. I do. Thank you for being here. Raymond Thomas, hello, hello. I hope everything's going well with you. Millie, thank you. Millie gifted a membership. Woo! Thank you. And Angel became a new member. Thank you, Angel. I love you, Angel. I got to go back and watch your live today. I've been a little bit busy today. It's hotter than Cooter Brown here, honey. It's hot. Hot. I finally straightened up my room today. I'm back straight. Finally straightened up my room. God, it's so hot. These fans and everything on, it's not doing any good. Hey, Kiki, welcome. Robin, hello. Hello, everyone. Miss Magoo, sitting outside. Oh, you're sitting on the beach. Good. Moonflower and Medicine Man, hello. You're listening and you're organizing your notes. I finally, girl, I feel you. I finally just moved everything off my desk and cleaned it off. You would have thought I was a hoarder in here. I didn't say a hole. A hoarder. I said a hoarder. You know, one of those. Hoarder. You know, one of those things. Whatever it is, I said it. Hey, Deb. Good afternoon. Show Poodles. Hello. From the Ring of Fire Gulf Coast. Man, isn't it hot? Nancy Smith, hello. I am sorry, y'all, if I don't mean to miss over anybody if I am. I'm telling y'all, my eyes are really bothering me. I know you've heard me complain. I should not complain, knock on wood. I need to get back to the doctor because really, I don't know if y'all have heard me tell y'all this in here before. Amelia will know about this. I can't even talk. You can tell it's acting up in my talking and stuff. What I was diagnosed a long time ago, what they call was pseudotumor cerebri, IIH. It mimics a brain tumor sometimes, and it's not real. But sometimes it can make you go totally blind. That's why I wear reading glasses, but I can't see the dang paper in front of me if I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, I can go to the reading doctor, the eye doctor. See, I can't get it. I'm just not feeling it today, y'all. Let me put this down. I don't feel good. I can go to the eye doctor and they'll say, you have 20/20 vision, but you're legally blind. Okay, y'all, make that make sense. It don't make sense to me, but whatever. Every once in a blue moon, I have medicine I have to take for it. And every once in a blue moon, what it is, your spinal fluid goes up to your brain and it goes up and it won't come back down. And every so often, I will have to go get a spinal tap. It can be years or whatever. I'm probably due one right now because I'm feeling so bad and I'm getting to where I can't see. But anyway, I'm trying to think. Sorry, y'all. And it just dawned on me. That's probably what's wrong with me. I got to get back to my neurologist. So sometimes I got to have a spinal tap and have that spinal fluid drained off. But anyway, if I'm acting a little bit crazy or weird, that's why. I think that's what's going on with me, but my eyes are getting really bad and I apologize. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. Yeah, this is just a friendly reminder. New direction Smiley is taken with her channel. New rules. Mods will drop the rules and you can go to my, yes, you absolutely can. Thank you, Millie, for that. Thank you. Moonflower, hello. Let me go on down here because I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hey, Andy, good to see you. Love you, Andy. Thank you. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm so slow on here now. Let's see who else we got here. Hippie Grandma, hello, and Bargains Nina, hello. TJQ612, hello. Let's see. I'm trying to get down. I think Smiley, the floods in North Carolina. Let's see. Smiley, the floods are in North Carolina. I'm in Otto, North Carolina. Okay. So I wanted to acknowledge that, Miss Ann, and I'm glad you're not affected by those. And my prayers, everybody still goes out to Texas. Absolutely. My prayers still go out to Texas. The more I see about that, the more horrible it gets. And, please keep all those children and families in your prayers. That is the worst thing I have seen. Kiki, the other Kiki coming in. Hello. Nice to see you. Everyone. I am so glad you're all here. Welcome in, everyone. We're going to have a heartfelt talk with Happy today. Happy. I'm looking at my dog. Oh my God, with Happy. Yes, I'm going to have a heartfelt talk with my dog today. With my dog Happy today. Oh my gosh, I told you I'm not all with it today. We're going to have a heartfelt talk with Smiley today. Welcome in. Welcome to Smiley's world, where you never know what you're going to get, honey. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Oh Lord, have mercy. Hey H Davis. Hello, honey. Welcome in. So I want to do some different things, and I'm going to come on here tonight and I'll do a little bit of true crime. I got some things already lined up. So we're going to swap it up. This is a new channel, a new start, a new day, and everything. So you get all kinds of things over here now. And today we're going to talk about pain. Words can hurt too. We're going to talk about pain. And pain can come in all shapes and sizes. And it's just, nothing's wrong. Somebody asked me, are you okay? I'm fine. But look, everybody has pain, and pain can come in all shapes and all sizes. And if I can help anyone, I want to. That's what I want to do. And I hope this can be a good talk, and I hope it can be healing for some, maybe. I don't know. I hope it can be some hope. And just bring your sweet tea, your coffee. I got my Dr. Pepper and my coffee today. How about that? How about them apples, honey? Bring them apples and that Dr. Pepper and your Mountain Dew and your coffee, and kick your feet up. And if your mama taught you any manners, go ahead and hit that like button for Smiley so this can get in the algorithm, and maybe we can help somebody else, whether they're watching now or they come in on rewatch, or whatever you want to call it. You know what it is, honey. You know what it is. Thank you, Miss Ann. Thank you. Hey, Nana. I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Hey, Chicken Lady. Welcome in. So we will watch a video later, but I want to say this. Y'all know we don't hurt all in the same way. We don't. Some pain is loud. Some pain. Thank you for the snacks, Millie. It's about time you did your job there, honey. I'm teasing. Free for all. But we don't hurt all in the same way, but we do all hurt. Some pain is loud. Some pain is silent. And some is buried under strength. Some shows the tears and some don't. But you know what? All pain matters. And that's what we're talking about. That's what I want to talk about. Smiley, right here, right from the heart. So I'm also here to listen to you. So please hit those thumbs up. You can drop anything you want in the comments, your opinions, your thoughts. I know we all have been hurt. We're all hurting now in some way, shape, or form. Pain and hurt don't discriminate either. We all have felt pain. We may be hurting today. We may have hurt yesterday. We may be hurting tonight. We may just be fine right now, but we may be hurting at some point, and we're going to hurt at some point. It won't be the first time, and it won't be the last time. That's right, Nana. And there's many shapes and forms of pain. Good afternoon, Terry. Hello, welcome in. I want you to know, everybody that's out there hurting or that's in some kind of pain, that I am sending love to you, hugs to you, and I truly mean that with all of my heart and my soul. I am sorry. I'm sorry for whatever type of pain you're going through, physical, mental, emotional. I don't wish nobody any pain. I don't wish you ever had to feel any pain, no matter if it's from bad news, hurt feelings, missing a loved one, death, a breakup, a stumped toe. Some of us cry over spilt milk, and that's painful to them. If it is, so be it. We all hurt in our own way, whether it's from surgery, a broken heart, or whatever it may be. Pain is pain, and all pain hurts, and it's real, and it's different. Pain can show up in many forms: emotional, physical, spiritual even. It don't discriminate. But I want you to know you're not alone. Whether you just walked through fire or you're still in it, this is a safe place, and I want it to be a safe place. Sometimes here it can be raw. I can get raw, but I'm real, and it can get real. Pain doesn't look the same on everyone, but everyone deserves the same compassion, in my opinion. It's not always tears on a pillow or someone screaming into the night. Sometimes it's a smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes, a smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. When you're looking at somebody and you pass them by and they're smiling at you. Sometimes that doesn't reach somebody's eyes. It's the person who says, I'm fine, just a little bit too fast. Sometimes it's just silence. Sometimes it's distance. Sometimes it's just avoiding looking in the mirror. It may be dodging mirrors. It's okay, Brianna. I am so sorry for your loss, honey. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Many prayers to you and your family. That makes me want to cry. I'm sorry. Cancer sucks. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. See, that's pain right there. Sometimes pain is losing a parent. I know all too well about that. Emotional pain, for one, is an ache that no one else sees. That's right, he's not hurting anymore. It could be heartbreak, and it could be feeling forgotten or growing up without the love you needed. It stays tucked under the surface until something small breaks that down. And people ask, why are you emotional? But they don't know you've been carrying stuff for years. Sometimes people have mental pain. A lot of people don't understand mental pain, and that's okay. Mental pain is something hard to understand. Some people don't choose to understand it, and again, that's okay. Yeah, Nicey Marie, sometimes we bury our own burdens not to put on others. Absolutely. I've done that many times. I carry many burdens for many people. And that's a hard load to carry sometimes. I am so sorry, Raymond. I'm sorry. That's hard. Especially when it's around certain dates and certain times. Leslie, it's okay. But mental pain, anxiety, depression, PTSD, these don't come with bandages, but they bleed just as real as if you scraped your knee or you had surgery and you was split wide open and needed stitches. You can't snap out of it. Mental pain can isolate people. It's exhausting. It's confusing for even the strongest people. And it don't discriminate. And it's real. And it's real for the families. Some people battle chronic illnesses that don't show up in lab tests. Fibromyalgia, for instance. Migraines. Autoimmune diseases and flare-ups. But you go on to work. You smile. You stand tall. Everybody thinks you're fine because they can't see it. But what they don't see is you cry in pain because your body feels like it's fighting with itself on a daily basis. They don't understand. They don't know. They don't feel that pain. And yes, I'm slapping my hands together. There's grief. There's loss. It don't come with directions. Yep, there's invisible diseases. Absolutely. I'm sorry, Miss Ann. If there's some help that you need and something specific, there's help out there. There's people that will listen. And I know some people feel like sometimes they want to scream, they want to die. And I know you probably didn't mean that literally. Maybe you did. But we can't let that get us. No, there's always hope, and there's always help, and there's always people that will listen. Hey, wait, what? Pain comes when someone we love is gone physically or emotionally. Maybe they passed, maybe they walked away. Maybe they change. Maybe they're missing. We have a lot of missing people on here. Grief leaves a mark, and there's different types of grief. And sometimes it feels like the world expects us to get over it too soon. There's no time frame of when you should get over your grief. Nobody should tell you on any sort of level when you should get over your grief, no matter what type of grief you have. And then there's that good old pain and suffering and grief of betrayal and trust. I think I'll get you a drink of coffee on this one. When someone you trusted hurts you, it shatters something inside of you. It shatters you. It makes you doubt yourself, your worth. That idea that love is safe, friendships safe. Betrayal is a sharp pain, personal, paralyzing. It hits you right in the gut. You might as well stab me right in the heart. Because with me, trust means everything to me. That pain is hard. That's the hardest pill to swallow. Oh my God, Moonflower, I'm so sorry. Woo! Yeah, they say there's nothing harder than losing a child. Ever. Ever. I'm so sorry. But the pain is so hard when you lose trust in something. You just don't go back to being fine. You may forgive. Sometimes you got to forgive for yourself. But that don't mean you're going to give trust back. Or they're going to earn the trust back. Once trust is broken, well, I know with me, once trust is broken, that trust is usually gone. That's just a hard pill to swallow. And take one of those white pills, an aspirin, and dissolve it in water. How do you look at that as trust? How do you put an aspirin that's been in water back together again if that was trust and make it whole? I don't know how to do that. That's the way I look at it. Yep, trust is everything. If you ever experience pain that no one saw, and y'all are already doing it, I think we can all drop a broken heart in the chat. But please know, you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. You never were. Sometimes it feels like you're alone. Sometimes it feels like you're so alone, you don't know what to do. You know, she told you after your son's memorial to get over him passing. Oh my God, Miss Ann. Oh my God. I can't. I am so sorry. I can't even imagine hearing those words. Does she have kids? Oh, I would have did more than went off. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Nobody should ever say that to somebody. I'm sorry for that. They say sticks and stones may break my bones, but the truth is, words can break people. Words can break people too. Some people seem to love it. I've noticed around here, some people seem to love it, but I think it's really gross. I think it's really gross. Considering the topic we're talking about and considering the real life things, and as we see in here, the real life things people really go through, some people seem to love it, and they love it for money, the root of all evils. It's gross. They have no idea. We're going deep into the pain that isn't always seen, and that would be verbal abuse. Now would be a good time for that, huh? Emotional manipulation, criticism that echoes for years and years and years and years and years. Yeah, they get off on it. It almost makes you wonder, do they have a sex life to get off on? I'm just wondering. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, Smiley didn't just say that. I'm just wondering. The silence that comes after harmless, quotey jokes. Because words can hurt, and sometimes they leave wounds that last longer than anything physical ever. Ever. The things we remember for years and years and years, that one word or that one sentence that was said 10 years ago. You know, I always say people don't matter 5 years from now. They're not going to matter 5 years from now. But words do. Those words still ring. Yeah, Millie, I did say that. I said it. Come to the horse's mouth. I said that. Don't twist my words. Tell the truth. Rewind. Smiley said it. Just don't lie. Hey, little red. What about the ex that cheated and moved on and marry, and 15 years later show up on the phone wanting to be friends? He ruined me on dating and trust, and the words were worse, but I've let him talk. Well, has 15 years is a long time. I don't know if I could trust him again. I can't say because I don't know, but I mean, you're letting him talk. You know what to do and not to do. That would be a hard one. Wait, what? Honestly, I can say you know what traps to fall into and what not to fall into again. But there's been many people, and I'm not giving you no real love advice here, but there's been many people that have remarried and made it. I'm not sure. There's been many people that, have just outgrown each other and went on about their lives and then come back to who they were really supposed to be with. Sometimes you have to forgive. Yeah, Millie, there you go. Sometimes you have to forgive just for yourself, but not the other person. That's right. But wait, what, in your heart, what's right to do, as long as you don't fall back into those old patterns, The worst thing my sister did back then was taking me to court for, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. Yep. And they remarried and are still, absolutely. I know people like that too. So it is, it can be good. It can be a good thing. Absolutely. I'm not a very good one to speak on that one because I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. There was one I saw here. I want to say something. Where's Kiki? Your mom's having a hard time right now over daddy's loss. Please. I sure will. Absolutely. I understand that. I sure will. I know she is, honey. He just wanting a friend. I don't want a friend. That's what we were before his 15-year marriage. I don't want anyone to hurt like I did. Oh, I've told him all my thoughts because I'm strong. See, and that's the good thing. You got to be, you got to tell him your thoughts, and it seems like you're doing that. And I think you have to be friends first. I do. I think you have to be friends first. That's what I think. I do think you have to be friends first. Yes, and once the words are spoken, Millie's right. Once the words are spoken, you can't put them back and put a top on them. Sometimes you wish you could, but you can't. But those things are hard to forget. The stuff like that. It creates emotional trauma. People say stuff, and I've heard that on here. I've heard it on here. I wish you were dead. You should kill yourself. Oh my God. What? What? Verbal abuse starts small, or they may think they're joking, or it's funny, or for, even on here for clicks and views. No, absolutely not. But then it becomes big and it becomes controlling over time, and it affects everything. It affects everything. Effects of long-term verbal abuse leads to so low self-esteem, anxiety. People over apologize. It leads to trauma responses people even have, or they unalive themselves or end up taking their own anger out on others. Sometimes becoming those people, believe it or not, and I'm sorry, this is my opinion, that you see going out in the world taking many lives. I don't forget, as my mom always called me, radar. And you shouldn't forget either. Those little ears that you think are not hearing you, or those little eyes that you think are not seeing you, but they really are. Kids learn what they live, and they live what they see and they hear. Remember that, people. Please, parents, friends, partners, when people we trust use words as weapons, that betrayal runs deep and it cuts deep. Always remember that. Most people seem to forget that. Let's see what you're saying. I spent 5 minutes talking about something and that they hate on YouTube. I get it. The emotional gaslighting. Well, gaslighting. Let's talk about that for a minute then. The gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse that can make you question your own beliefs, your own behaviors, and it can lead you into questioning your own sanity anyways. The impact of gaslighting alone can be deeply damaging, affecting not just your feelings, but also your mental health. You may even gaslight yourself. You think that sounds stupid? Well, it's a real thing. Questioning whether your feelings, your perceptions, your experience are even real. You self-doubt. You make it harder to trust your own judgment. They make it harder to trust your own judgment, leading you to second guess your relationships, your love, your partners, your job, your everyday life, anybody's feelings towards you, friends, family, despite having little or no evidence at all to support those doubts. People try to drive you insane. There's so many forms of gaslighting out there. This isn't a complete list, but a person who's trying to gaslight you, they might dismiss you, minimize your feelings, tell you, hey, you're overreacting. You're just too sensitive. Oh, you're crazy. They might insist they are right. They might deny that something happened in the way that you remember it. They might isolate you from your loved ones, suggesting that they are, that the loved one people, your families or whoever is not trustworthy, that you can't believe them. Wow. They might tell all the other people that you're the one causing the problems. They probably blame you for their actions, making you feel responsible or making others think that you are responsible when you're not. It's all tactics. And it can leave you feeling confused, self-doubt, and it can make it difficult to recognize. If you're anybody out here on the receiving end of gaslighting, you might feel the need to apologize all the time. Stop that. Stop it. Did Seth come in? Hey, Seth. Good to see you, sir. Trust, absolutely. Trust is given way too easily. And that's something that trust is hard. I agree. Once it's given, trust should be sacred. It should be real sacred. Once it's given, it's not made to be broken, in my opinion. And here's a new rule in my chat, since we're doing new rules. When Seth comes into my chat, we're not going to be asking him no questions. Now, I'm sure he don't care one here or there, But that's my new rule. We're not going to do that here. He can't go anywhere, in my opinion. He just wants to be a regular, a person. Okay? And I would appreciate that respect in my chat. Please. And thank you for that. Yeah, it's hard to earn, easy to lose. Absolutely. Absolutely. But people feel the need to apologize, and then they lose their confidence and they lose their self-worth. They feel alone, and nobody should feel alone. Nobody should feel alone. They make you think that you're to blame after an argument. They make you feel anxious, nervous, and it worries you. And it shouldn't be like that. It makes you freeze up, and then you stop doing activities and all those things. Stop doing that. Don't doubt yourself, because I know you frequently doubt yourself when you're being gaslighted, and it's not fair. It's not right. And I mean, I know you can't help it if you're being gaslighted. You got to be a real strong person. A real strong person. But even some of the strongest people get gaslighted, and they can't take it, and it's wrong. But guess what? There's a different kind of gaslighting. There's all kinds of gaslighting. Gaslighters might also love bomb you. That's another one you got to watch out for. Be mindful of that. Please be mindful of that. That's abuse. Gaslighting is abuse. There's good professionals out there that are free that you can reach out to. The National Domestic Violence Hotline, the 1-800-799-7233. You got the crisis text line, 24/7-741-741. Mental Health America, RAIN. I mean, all of those. You are not alone. You are never alone. I want to watch this video with y'all, if you don't mind. Let's see here. Hold on. Y'all know me. I got to hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do this. Hold on a minute. Oh, let's see. My banner. Let's see. We're going to do a TED Talk. Let's see. Share screen.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Thank you,
but
Raymond.
Words can't hurt me. How many of you here have heard of that phrase before? Raise your hand up high. Awesome, a lot of us. It's such a common phrase. Essentially, the meaning behind it is you don't let other taunts, insults affect you. You don't let other people's perceptions of you weigh you down. And if people say things, you walk away. So tonight, I'm going to go deeper behind this phrase and talk about the thoughts, the actions, and attitudes behind it. And I'm going to share with you the different versions that I've heard in my life as an Asian American. Growing up, I'm a child Thai immigrant. I grew up in the Chicago burbs. And because of that, I was often the only one, the only Asian. And because of that, I got subjected to lots of taunts and lots of insults because of my identity. One of the very first moments is because of my name. So Peter is a nickname. It's not my legal name. Sa Tukan, that's my legal name. And in the school system, I was Peter all the way up until 2nd grade. So I'm not exactly sure how my parents put Peter down in the school system. But when I transferred schools in 2nd grade, my dad, he sat me down and he asked me, what name did I want to go by? Now, if you think about it, it's not a simple question. It's such a deep question because if you think about it, names are symbols of who we are. So I thought about it and I'm like, I don't know. Yes, I do know. I'm going to be Satsugan. And I want to be Satsugan because it's a cool name, it's a badass name, it's a unique name. No one in this country has this name, I think. And most importantly,
That's
it's a
pretty
name
cool.
rooted in my heritage. So I go to school, and I'm all hyped up and everything, because it's like, yeah, I have a cool name. And then things didn't go exactly the way I thought it would have. People butchered my name, never could say it right, no matter how much I tried to get them to say it. People didn't put effort into saying my name. People would mock and taunt my name. And it just made me feel like I was so different from everyone else. It made me feel so inferior from everyone else because my name was a foreign name. It was an othered name. And that, among lots of different other instances, compounded upon each other. And it just made me feel so crushed. I just wanted to embrace my name, the symbol of who I am. And then I decided to try to fit in instead and go back to Peter. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me if I assimilate. Assimilation is the idea that minoritized communities try to fit in with the majority community as a way of trying to gain more access to resources, to better treatment, to equity. For me, I made a lot of changes, including my name, going back to Peter. But I also decided to change a lot of things about myself too. I would start to stop eating Thai food, and I wanted to eat all the foods that I thought would make me fit in, to make me more white. So I started to eat Lunchables, McDonald's, pizza, so much pizza. And at the same time though, it started to make me feel like Thai food, the food that my mom cooked, was inferior. It was disgusting. It didn't smell or taste the same. No one else ate this food. It also didn't help that there was all these dog and cat eater jokes. It just reinforced the idea that my belongingness wasn't there, that I didn't fit in. I even wanted to stop speaking Thai because no one else spoke Thai. People only spoke English in classrooms. I even wanted to change how I looked. I would squeeze my nose so hard so that I could have a straighter nose, a nose that looked less like a monkey's nose. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me if I keep my head down. I remember wanting to push back and be like, no, this is how you say my name. It's Satugan, it's not Satagarn, or it's not Saturn. I wanted people to properly say my name right. I wanted people to stop making fun of my culture, but I just felt defeated for a while. And I talked to my mom and I asked her, like, what do I do? And
Now, I want to say this. I butcher people's names all the time. And honey, let me tell y'all what, smiley means no harm. So I want to say this now. I am truly sorry. I really am. Because half of this stuff, Lord, honey, I can't say. And it has nothing to do with anybody's race or where they come from. I just can't say half of this stuff. And that's the country girl in me. But I do feel sorry for him and somebody that so badly wants people to stop making fun of them. And hearing that, it just breaks my heart. I also want to take this opportunity right here, right now, and say, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. But if I've ever hurt you, I do apologize for it. Some might have been intentional. And if it was intentional, but if I hurt you, a lot of times it was unintentional, and I am sorry. I am truly sorry. I don't ever mean to hurt anybody. But one thing we should never do is mock our own kids. Go after other people's families. And one thing that burns me up is lie. Especially on other people. I'm just saying. And when you tell or are doing true crime, there is kind of a difference. But if I've hurt you, it was not intentional. Don't let people allow you to feel less than. Everybody is enough. And that's what I try to keep telling y'all here on my channel. You are enough. You are enough. All of you are enough. Thank you, Andy. Let me give you a little bit of this, honey. Let me give you this real quick before I go back to this video.
You're simply the best.
Love you to the moon and stars, honey. Thank you so much, Andy. All right, let me get back to this before I knock it off of here.
She said, pray, it'll get better with time. And so I did. I kept my head down, reluctantly. And whenever other people made jokes about me, taunts, insults, and everyone else was laughing, I laughed along with them. But every laugh that I had, it was filled with such empty and heavy emotion. So let me ask everyone, what happens when these taunts and these insults are rooted in something about you that you cannot change? Something about you that you cannot change. And what happens when you try to ignore all of these things? What happens is you start to believe them. You start to internalize them. Because if everyone around you, your classmates, people on the streets, the messages that you receive in the television, the movies, if all are saying this message, then I guess it is true. I guess I'm not supposed to make a big deal about it. I guess I am supposed to laugh along.
Hi, my friend.
But over time, it accumulates. It builds up and up and up and up. And what happens is you start to devalue yourself. You start to feel like your identities are stigmatized and that you feel like you're being dehumanized. I started to hate myself. I started to hate my skin. I started to hate my parents, my culture, anything and everything related to being Asian because I just wanted to fit in. I just wanted to belong to a community. And I knew that my Asianness was preventing me from belonging. I remember when other people would comment how I was a Twinkie, so I'm yellow on the outside, white on the inside, I would have this fake happiness because I
Same.
thought, oh, this is what belonging is. But it really wasn't. And so it's through a lot of those experiences and many more that I realized the real version of this phrase. And I'll share it with you. It's sticks and stones may break my bones, but words stab deep into my soul. And because words stab deep into my soul, I needed to take steps in order to heal those wounds. And I started to. So I went to Northwestern University for undergrad. And for those that don't know, Northwestern is super Asian. It's 20% Asian. 1 out of 5 people is Asian. Oh my God, Asians everywhere. Where is this? I am on a different planet. And I remember for a while, I was like really like uncomfortable by this Asianness. And I was like, you hang over there. I'm gonna go over here and do my own thing. But after a while, I thought, I'm tired. I'm so tired of having all these questions and struggling to find my community. So, okay, I'll give it a shot, this Asian thing. If I like really hate it, I'm gonna run away and like go back do my like what I was doing before. And also the president of Thai Club was like super persistent. So I was like, okay, you're persistent. I'm gonna like do this so you can stop bugging me. And when I went, it was so empowering and I kept going back and back and back and back because for the first time, I felt like my heritage, my identity was not a token. It was not a commodity, but it was beautiful. And so I started to go to all Thai Club events and get so involved. And it was to the point where, I also like started to eat tons and tons of Thai food. I was like, oh my God, Thai food is so delicious. Why have I been eating pizza all this time? What was wrong with me? And it was to the point, so
I
like, I had all this
apologize.
glowing energy to the point where I
Oh my
wanted
God, I
to become
apologize.
a leader in this community. And so I ran for a Thai Club treasurer. And so admittedly, I ran unopposed, so I would have gotten the position no matter what. But I was like, no, I want to put my heart into this. I want to put my soul into this because this matters to me. And so to take it to the next level, I went to my mom to ask for help. And it went like this. Hi, Mama. So I know I haven't talked to you about this in such a long time. I know I haven't like spoken Thai in forever. And I feel really uncomfortable asking you this, but I'm running for Thai Club treasurer and I want to write this speech in Thai. Will you help me? And she said, of course I'm going to help you. Of course. And so she did. She taught me lots of words I never knew existed and like how to say them. And I hope I did it right. And that and many more moments and experiences, it made me feel like all of those things that I shredded away from myself so long ago, it felt like it was all coming back to me and it was making me whole again. But I started to realize another thing. I started to realize something was missing. I realized that, in spite of this growing, really growing self-love, I did not live in a vacuum. I didn't live in a space where I wouldn't be subjected to microaggressions ever again. because I have self-love. That's not how society works. Racism is everywhere. It's so deeply rooted in all of our social interactions. And one particular moment that really sparked this for me was on October 3rd, 2011. So, first off, normally October 3rd is a super happy day for me because October 3rd is my birthday. And with all birthdays, it's a day of celebration, fun, drinking, friends, great decisions. But on that day, I found out later that Private Danny Chen, 19 years old, a Chinese American, he was stationed in Afghanistan, he was found dead. He was found dead because of a self-inflicted bullet to his head. He killed himself because of the racial violence he experienced while stationed there. His superior officers would yell at him, calling him racial slurs, calling him a gook, a chink, a dragon lady. They would physically drag him across gravel and throw rocks at him. They hazed him. And when I found out, I was heartbroken. I was angry. And I felt these things because I could feel that pain that he felt. And I could feel that pain he felt because we were told the same thing. You don't belong. That moment, it helped give me more clarity that to this phrase, words that stab. Words do hurt. Words have an impact, but words can escalate to physical violence. And we cannot ignore that connection. And it was because of all these things, I realized that because sticks and stones break my bones and words stab deep into my soul, I needed to understand why I was stabbed in the first place. And so I decided to take lots of Asian American Studies courses and learn my history. And I realized that Private Danny Chen and my experience are a small part in this longer and larger anti-Asian, anti-immigrant, anti-refugee history in this country. Did you know that Chinese immigrants were the very first in this country to have immigration ban laws enacted to keep them out? Did you know that Japanese American citizens were forcefully incarcerated from the homes and placed into concentration camps because people didn't think they were real Americans? Did you know at this very moment we have Cambodian and Vietnamese refugee communities in the Twin Cities and across the country under threat of deportations, and some have already been deported. Families are being disrupted, and there's so many other undocumented Asian American communities too. All of this has that same theme that I've shared with you already. That theme of you don't belong. And so when I found out and learned about these things, it's heavy. It's heavy emotional knowledge. But in spite of that, I felt so much higher because I had so much greater clarity about the world and why I've had this self-hate for so long and what was the cause of it. And with that knowledge, I realized that because sticks and stones break my bones and words stab deep into my soul, I needed to advocate for myself and stand up for myself. We live in a world where marginalized communities, our histories are erased from textbooks. Our struggles in classrooms and workplaces are invisibilized. And whenever we bring up things, we're told, you are being overly sensitive.
That's a world I grew up in.
You are overreacting.
I wish we had it back.
And it's because of all these things that it's important that we do advocate for ourselves. We cannot be passive or idle and think it's going to be okay. Standing up, I think it does sound pretty scary, but I think standing up is the ultimate form of self-love. How could you love yourself if you let other people walk over you? How could you love yourself if you let other people harm you, harm your friends, your communities? You need to advocate. But I also understand that advocacy is pretty scary. It sounds really intimidating. And it's because you're pushing back against things that have been institutionalized for centuries. But I think that not advocating for yourself, not speaking up, I think that has way worse implications. Because you let other people control your story, control your voice, control your soul. You don't have to be this fierce actor.
That's one thing I am begging y'all not to do. Don't let anyone control your story. Don't let anyone control you. And that's what I mean when I say, please don't sell your soul to the devil. I will never sell my soul to the devil for any reason. I'll never sell my soul to anyone. Please don't do anything just to fit in. Everybody belongs. Everybody is somebody. And everybody is worth it. Don't allow anyone to ever make you feel less than. Everything he's saying is right. It's right. It's so on target. Make sure y'all drop his link so they can keep going and subbing up.
Activist with a megaphone at the protests and rallies and organizing them. Although I think that's an awesome way and I highly encourage it. I think there's so many moments in our lives, small and large, where we can stand up, we can push back, and we resist. If someone says your name wrong, correct them. Don't let them walk away with them not respecting your name. If someone is making fun and taunting your family members or yourself, don't laugh along with them. Laughing along with them gives them power. When you stop them and you educate them, that gives you strength. Educate yourself, educate your history, and learn your history. Become a critical thinker so you can understand society and how society affects you. At the bottom line, I think the most important thing is that you believe in your story. You believe in your narrative, your voice, and your truth. And speak it, because your truth is powerful. Your truth can shape the world so that all of our experiences, our identities, our stories are seen, heard, and valued. And so I will leave you with this. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and words stab deep into my soul. And so let's do something about those sticks. Let's dismantle those sticks, stones, and words that stab. And let's transform them into love, empathy, and justice. Thank you.
Yes, y'all please go sub up to him. And I agree with him 1,000,000%. Your truth matters. And again, like I say all the time, you don't have to add to lies. don't cause any more pain. Pain comes in all shapes, sizes, and it does not discriminate. And people don't always show their pain. But if you're having some kind of pain, hurt, no matter what it is, you're not alone. Everybody has pain. Also, oh, thank you, Angel. Thank you. That's right. We sure can. And it's so good to see you back on here. It sure is. And also, we don't have to hurt and we don't have to cause pain. Not for 0 reasons. Not on purpose anyway. Pain is a part of life. There is going to always be pain. There's going to always be hurt. Somebody's always going to get their feelings hurt. And it's just a way of life. It's the way it is. But I want to leave you with this. And I do want to say thank you all for joining me. Every one of you. Y'all don't even understand. You all mean something to me. You're all important to me. But I will leave you with this. Words can be weapons or they can be wings. Choose yours wisely. Some people are still healing from what was said in the moment of anger. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the streets. YouTube streets, that is. Y'all hit the thumbs up. I love y'all and have a great day.